I'm Spencer Krull. Almost as important as knowing what to do in an earthquake is knowing what not to do. Now, some people's favorite wrong thing to do in an earthquake, they feel the ground shaking, they start to panic, and they run outside.
Earthquake, earthquake!
Now, you don't want to run outside in an earthquake for a few reasons. Things fall off of houses, things fall off of buildings, trees fall down, power poles fall down, and power lines come down. If a power line comes down, you run a real risk of being electrocuted. So being in your home is probably the safest place to be, and being in an office is probably the safest place to be. Now, another thing that people do, which is wrong, also involving doors, is they say, I want to be in a doorway. Now, the reason people think a doorway is safe to be in is because in the 1933 Long Beach earthquake, many of the homes were made of unreinforced masonry or adobe. Well, the only thing that withstood the earthquake were the wood-framed door frames. So they're flexible, they move, they withstand in an earthquake. But you don't want to be in a doorway for two reasons. The first one is doorways are fairly narrow, and it's difficult to hold on to a doorway because when the shaking's starting, you might be thrown all around. You want to find a table or something to get underneath. The second reason you don't want to be in a doorway is because there are doors in doorways, and doors like to slam shut during earthquakes. So maybe you think, oh, my only problem is the earthquake. Well, now you have a door flying at you. You might be knocked over. You may get hurt. You might damage your fingers. So you don't want to have a whole other set of complications on top of being in an earthquake. So when an earthquake comes, stay in place, stay in your home or your office. Wait until the shaking stops. Investigate the situation. If it's safe, you can go outside if you need to evacuate. But if the building is still standing, if things seem safe inside, your safest place to be is inside.